Hi, so you're wondering how to care for some of your houseplants. Well, today we have the Chinese evergreen, the African mask, and the Norfolk pine. Three beautiful plants for in the house, three completely different ways of growing them. So let's start with the Chinese evergreen. The Chinese evergreen has this beautiful variation on the leaves. You can see this one down here is a different variety, a much wider leaf. They grow more shrub style, so they're going to grow up from the ground and come wide. And then they don't get real tall, but they do get more bushy looking. The Chinese evergreen you'll see a lot in interior decorating because of the ease of how easy they are. They will go in light, well-lit areas. They will go to darker areas and still keep that beautiful color on them. They're watering. They like to be watered, and then they like to dry down and then watered again, which is perfect. Instead of having to constantly make sure they're moist or not, you just let it dry down. I would say, check it once every 2 weeks. If it feels heavy, go ahead and give it, if it feels heavy, leave it alone. If it feels real light like a bag of popcorn, go ahead and give it a drink. The temperature on them, average household temperature will be just fine. So you're light across the board, you're pretty well. Just don't put it right in the window. It will get burnt by the sun. Watering, let it go dry in between waterings, and temperature is average. Beautiful plant to add to a home, to an office. It's just, an air cleaner. It's just a gorgeous plant. The African mask, otherwise known as alocasia, is a little bit different. It's has a bulb style. I don't know if you can see that in there. And the alocasias, they have that beautiful, look at that design that Mother Nature did. Isn't that gorgeous? And it has that dark purple leaf on the back. They don't get real bushy. I've only seen them, they don't grow tall like a tree. They just get a nice shape to them. They like to be a little bit more on the moist side. And what we mean by that is don't let the water be draining out the bottom. Don't let it sit in water either. So moist to the touch. So that means, not sopping wet, but definitely don't let it dry out in between like you would with the Chinese evergreen. As far as their temperature, they like it a little bit warmer. So put it somewhere where you're normally in the room. They do like just a little bit warmer. Being more of a tropical plant, they like that. Higher humidity is always good. To clean the leaves, just go ahead and take a wet cloth and just wipe them off gently. Beautiful, beautiful plants. The Norfolk pine is another pretty tropical plant. Normally don't think of pines as tropical, but this one is. You see them a lot come out towards Christmas time. People use them as little tabletop Christmas trees, but we've been seeing them a lot more other times of the year also. Pretty easy plant. They like to be moist, not sopping wet, but don't let them dry out in between either. They like to be kept pretty moist. And, as far as the thickness of it, if you start seeing a little bit of brown down here, that's okay. Go ahead and pluck those off. But if you start seeing that creep up further into the brackets, that means you're probably either underwatering or overwatering. And plants do that a lot to us. They say, hey, I don't like something. And if it's the watering, that's great because that's easy. You can lift it up and you can say, does it feel like a bag of sugar or does it feel like a bag of popcorn? And you want to keep it somewhere in between there. As far as light, they are a plant that likes full sun. So this can go full sun, southern window, and it'll be really happy. Again, this is going to grow tall and not so much wider. So, when you're placing it in your house, make sure that you give it a little bit of room in a nice pot that you have that height to go up on. Of course, with all of our house plants, we recommend fertilizing them once a month with the Beat Your Neighbor fertilizer. You can order this online at beatyourneighbor.com. If there's questions, please let us know. There occasionally is promotions that go on, so go ahead and check those out. You do need to have that promotion code prior to checking out. It does not apply afterwards. If there's questions, again, let us know and we'll try to help you out. Have a great day.